new program launched this week to expand access to affordable housing in Memphis and Shelby County. And joining us now is Rashida Jones, Program Director for the Alliance for Housing Progress and one of the co-hosts for the new Emerging Developer Academy. Good to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you know, affordability, an incredibly important subject. America faces an affordability crisis. This is an emerging theme from a lot of our interviews. But let's talk about your program, Rashida. Can you break down how this particular program works?
Sure. So we have been looking forward to the Emerging Developer Academy for probably about 3 years now. But we decided that in order for us to attack a 40,000 unit deficit of affordable housing in Memphis, that we needed to create some capacity.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a brand new program co-hosted by the Alliance for Housing Progress, City of Memphis, Shelby County Government, and Convergence Memphis. How did all these organizations come together to put this on?
Yeah, for sure. So Freddie Mac is one of our national partners, and they've done this academy across the country and certainly had some successes there. And so part of our work was to champion the support of the City of Memphis and Shelby County, because you need them on your team to really show impact, and they overwhelmingly showed up in support. We had Mayor Paul Young teach the first day of the Academy on Monday. And so it's been really exciting, but we're co-hosting together because we know it takes, you know, we work in silos and so many things, but this was one of those cases where everybody wanted to really support getting training on the ground for developers here in Memphis. Okay.
Well, we're going to note that the mayor also has an advanced degree of master's in urban planning and was the director of housing and urban development.
A
Or
little bit of experience.
Housing and community development.
Right. A little bit of experience in that area, right?
Yes, indeed, under Jim Strickland. So this program that you're helping lead here is for developers. Why?
Yeah, so what we know to be true is we have a crisis in terms of housing stock. And the only way we address that is we get more people skilled up, participating and building an ecosystem where they can learn and feel supported. And so part of that effort is really to take folks who are thinking, don't know the first step, don't know how to access resources in some cases, and put them together and combine that in order to address at least the ability to have a hub approach to where technical support can be provided. And so that's what we've done.
So how do you measure the success of this program?
Well, you measure it with houses on the ground. So hopefully what we see is this is our first inaugural cohort. It was designed to support about 20, no more than about 25 emerging and aspiring developers. With the overwhelming response, we selected 23. But ultimately, the goal for us is we're with them over the next 18 months. So this week is a boot camp. They're getting 36 to 40 hours of technical assistance, really intensive training around kind of your crash course of community development, if you will. And so they'll stay with us for the next 18 months. And so that goal is to put houses on the ground during that time, supporting real projects.
How'd you pick the 23?
Well, I didn't get to pick them, Joe. We actually had a team nationally that supported a blind process. But the goal for us really was to wrap ourselves around several things. One in which was, a commitment to Memphis and Shelby County. We wanted folks connected who wanted to develop here in the city and in the county. Two, that they were connected to the communities they seek to serve. It's so important that we have developers who understand the needs of community and where community shows up in the development process. And so that was really important to us. And, really just a commitment to ride this wave with us for the next 18 months and a commitment to actually see their projects through.
When it comes to affordable housing, what are the challenges that developers face, and how do you all help them through that?
Yeah, so I think overwhelmingly is access to resources. I think one of the things that's unique about our program is the City of Memphis and Shelby County has helped us remove somewhat of the barriers in terms of land acquisition or availability. We have so much land available to develop just through our land banks. And so we've been in partnership for a very long time to make that accessible to developers to consider. The other thing is getting them to consider infill and small scale development. We know there are major for-profit and nonprofit developers who can do that thing, but what about a small-scale developers who can take a few units to put on the ground, who don't necessarily have the resources, right? And so collectively, we're looking at how we make catalytic investment in those neighborhoods.
Amazing. All right, catalytic investment. Nice. Rashida Jones, Program Director for the Alliance for Housing Progress. Thanks for being a guest today on A Better Memphis. We know you're going to make this city a better community.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
My pleasure.